Okay, y'all, hello. So today is not going to be a pick a pile. We are just doing one pile. Spirit told me to just do one. I double check, I triple check. Spirit said we're doing one pile today. So we're going to use Archangel Roquiel. And I also, first, I just want to let y'all know, I already know this is going to be a very in-depth reading. I know this is going to be something where Spirit gives you a lot of confirmation because, first, I only had him. I didn't even pick crystals for y'all. But I'm like, I just want people to, be able to resonate. If they don't, see this and immediately resonate, let me get some crystals just in case that helps them resonate. So first I shuffled my crystal deck, and this one, it came out on top, but it didn't fly out, but I did feel called to it. But I'm like, let me shuffle, make sure it comes out. These two came out together. And then look, these colors match him. So that's extra confirmation for y'all. We're going to get into your reading. I feel like it's going to be super in-depth, super specific. I'm going to use more than one tarot deck. I'm going to read the guidebook. I'm going to do a lot to deliver this message. I feel like it's very important for y'all. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so the first thing we are going to do, we're going to read the message from your Archangel. See what he has to tell you. And I'm going to just read the whole entire thing to y'all, because I feel like this is very important. So, of course, right here it says, enter higher planetary service, be a blazing light. Archangel Roquiel is a strong and powerful universal angel of the rank of Seraphim. He resides in the center of the earth to help Lady Gaia. His color is black. His retreat is above Uluru, Australia. Austria and Australia are two different places, y'all. And he oversees that continent. He is the twin flame of Archangel Jules. Let me find out this is a twin flame reading. I gotta see Jules now. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Spirit gone spirit, y'all. Oh, I'm excited. Who was in charge of the oceans? And they work together. Okay. Enter higher planetary service. And then your twin flame controls, he's in charge of the oceans. Okay, we're just going to keep that in our back pocket. They take the knowledge and wisdom you have stored in your Earth Star chakra and use it to enable you to make deeper connections with Lady Gaia. Humans are bridges to source. The Archangel Roquiel collects the energy that flows down through humanity and sends it to Lady Gaia. He also directs it to people who are ready to use it for the planet and to the portals, ley lines, and great pyramids of the earth, for they are cosmic computers. In addition, he sends this energy to the 4 constellations, stars, and planets connected with Earth's ascension: Orion, Sirius, the Pleiades, and Neptune. This card calls you to higher planetary service in a way that illuminates you as you serve. It suggests you bring light down through your 12 chakras and then mentally collect with Archangel Roquiel and send the energy through the ley lines. Then form bridges of light to the great pyramids of Earth and the stars. See Earth and the cosmos light up with pure golden light. It is important to make sure you are grounded and receptive through this process, for pure energy from Angel Roquiel is now streaming back up through you, lighting you up. Be a blazing flame, radiating in all directions. So, I feel like you guys should also just look him up and read. Like, you can, this is the art. I don't have the, what's it called? The box that this came in, but this is the, Archangel Oracle cards that I have. And, he's a twin flame, y'all. And then my music just randomly started playing, and it was Rockstar by Post Malone. So let's look up his twin flame. Oh, Jules. Let me find her card. She's beautiful, guys. They work together. The light brought down through the Earth Star chakras to every creature on planet. Okay, so I'm not feeling like we need to get actual messages from Jules, but we're just going to read her this thing. It says align with the highest and go with the flow. So Archangel Roquiel, he was talking about grounding, but I was saying that y'all should look him up on your own to see, because it did give like a grounding practice, and I don't know if that was interpreted by the way I read it. I know like if I hear other people read, I kind of have to read along with them to understand what's being said. So you guys can just look him up, and then the text that was in this book will actually show up. You can just Google him and this text will show up. So yes, look that up, and there was like a meditation practice that you need to do with him. You don't need to do it, but if you feel called to, then do that. Onto your crystals. Labradorite and Tiger's Eye. Labradorite, that is a pretty ass crystal. Shamanic journeying, brave, magical powers, higher awareness. We're gonna do one at a time, y'all, because I feel like Spirit wants me to be so specific with this. It's on page 38. Okay. Labradorite. Best for magic, protection, courage, traveling between realms. Guys, I'm so excited for this reading. Looks gray, murky green, black, or grayish white with a rainbow of colored layers from bright blue and pale green, flashes of gold, and coppery red. Discovered in Labrador, Canada in 1770, Labradorite's mystical and magical powers are mind-blowing. Looking like the aurora borealis, where the Inuits people believe the crystal came from, its labradorescence of colors flashes out of its mostly gray exterior. Underneath what appears to be a fairly ordinary stone, it is an array of reflective spectral colors, symbolic of Labradorite's ability to allow spiritual seekers and shamans to move through the dark, unseen realms while still keeping their light strong. Y'all, this is giving like you have to do some important spiritual work. You were sent here to do some very important spiritual work, and I do feel like it's with a twin flame. Known as the Stone of Magic, it's the go-to crystal for healers, magicians, and anyone who wants transformation, self-discovery, and spiritual adventure. It helps with spirit communication, assessing Akashic records, and understanding past lives. Guys, this reading is going to be hot and heavy. I'm so fucking excited. And the reason why Spirit only told me to do one, this is probably going to be a very long reading. I love long readings, y'all. But you probably should, if you know how to tap into your Akashic records, you definitely should. And if you don't, you should definitely get some Labradorite. Labradorite acts as a protective talisman for those who travel between worlds, seeking knowledge and guidance, ensuring their soul has a safe and grounded return to present reality. Oh my God, guys. Are y'all as excited as me? You have to be if you're watching this. If you're still watching, you have to be as excited as me. If you're not as excited as me, you're probably not watching the right reading. Wearing or carrying Labradorite allows your natural magical powers to surface, as well as bringing forgotten memories to light to help you move on from them. Get some of this crystal, guys. Meditating with it will awaken innate psychic abilities such as telepathy, clairvoyance, and awareness of synchronicity. Amplify the stone's protection energy when journeying in meditation by imagining it transforming your body into a magical rainbow body shining with hues of blue, green, purple, violet, and gold. So yeah, when you meditate with it, imagine yourself turning into a rainbow. Imagine this crystal turning you into a rainbow. Ask Labradorite to activate this array of color within you. Keep your vibration high and open all chakras. And then your Archangel was talking about opening all 12 chakras. Guys, the synchronicities are already syncing. You must use this crystal with intentions of developing a higher awareness, as labradorite wants you to expand your knowledge of both the light and the dark, also known as the stone of balance. It will help you face your darker subconscious self and balance the two extremes within you, enabling you to shine even brighter after traveling inwards. Labradorite is most potent during dusk and dawn, when nature displays a simple spectrum of color. Oh yeah. And you can feel its energy more. Sit outside in a changing light and see all humanity as one being of light, transcending limitations of the past and fears for the future, to see the infinite possibilities in the now. Part of this pure light, you can allow yourself to just be. Get this crystal, y'all. I am excited for y'all. Literally, I am excited. I can't wait. Okay, Tiger's Eye. Luck in new ventures, willpower, creative flow, overcoming fear. And y'all, when you be channeling, like, you be forgetting to let, like, you forget everything that you just said. Did it say something about overcoming your fears? I think so. I think Labradorite did say something about overcoming fears. Okay. Tiger's Eye, best for luck and bravery in new ventures, creative flow, willpower to stick with changes. Ooh, so yeah, if you probably be like changing up a lot of things about yourself, but you end up like going back to things that you stopped doing, this is good for that. Looks, brown and golden silky stripes and a cat's eye effect. Is that? Y'all, I think I have this crystal. Let me make sure. I have to see. Hold on. Y'all, this reading is starting to get crazy. I literally have Tiger's Eye, and the only reason I know this is Tiger's Eye now is because I just read how it looks, and I've been trying to figure out what this crystal is because I ordered it from this spiritual shop. This guy, he's from my home city. It doesn't look exactly like the picture because in the picture it looks like shinier, but in his pictures online it looks shinier. Y'all, this is the Tiger's Eye. Literally. And okay, I don't this wasn't going to be one of the crystals that I use like for like when I do like the crystals so you can pick your pile, but I'm like, I feel like I should put that crystal on there like for this reading, and I was going to put that crystal like at the beginning of your reading, and then it came out. Y'all, spirit is going crazy with this reading. And lucky me, I just found out that I have some Tiger's Eye. Look at this, it's so pretty. Okay, so let's get back to the properties because I didn't even read the properties. I just seen how it looked and I'm like, wait a second, that's literally what I have. This is a beautiful crystal, y'all. Oh, frick. This reading is getting crazy already. I don't even know what it's about. We don't even know what the reading is about yet, guys. But spirit has been talking to me the whole entire time for this reading, y'all. It's gonna be a good one, I know that. Okay. Tiger's Eye is an ancient talisman said to bring good luck and great fortune. Ancient Egyptians believed it transmitted the power of the sun god Ra, while the Romans would carry this gem to battle to help them be brave. Thought to contain the power of not just the sun, but the earth as well, Tiger's Eye helps transform pure energy into practical reality and tangible success. It's a great stone to meditate with if you are planning a new project or taking up financial opportunities, as it will guide you to make balanced, rational decisions to bring success. Keep a piece of this crystal in your office or work area at home to manifest good fortune and attract a regular income. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, it will help you stay focused on the task ahead and use your talents to maximum capability. With its multi-dimensional access, Tiger's Eye can help if you need a fresh perspective, as it shows there are many ways to financial success. Focusing on this gemstone will help you think outside the box and come up with interesting, creative solutions. If you have to present your ideas in a meeting, perform in public, or take an exam, this bold gem will assist in overcoming any fears you have. It also gives wisdom with your spending, so when you manifest wealth, you use it well. If you want to manifest a healthier lifestyle, carry Tiger's Eye to boost your willpower and energy levels to help you stick with the changes you need to make. It is said to reduce cravings as well as feeling of inadequacy and helps you persevere with the hard work of creating a healthy way of living. Tiger's Eye can also help build better family relations. Having a prominent piece of it in the home will balance and soothe fraught relationships, encourage harmony, and enable you to find a common ground. It's one of the best gems to bring calm resolve to any crisis. Family counselors, professional mediators, or anyone having to undertake tough negotiations to carry some Tiger's Eye. To make a prosperity charm with Tiger's Eye, keep a piece of it in a money pot and add a coin every day. Keep this pot in a warm spot to incubate wealth. So we are going to get into your tarot now. I don't even know what deck I should use. Well, I wanted to use this one. This one doesn't really have like the pictures like everyone does. But since I have 2 more decks, we're gonna see how that works. It's giving switch decks, but take that. It's giving get messages from all the decks. That's definitely what it's giving, so that's what we're gonna do. Next, switch. Did the 4 of Wands try to come out, or was that the 5? It's giving do 3. Okay, now it's giving switch again and get 3 more. So we're switching again and we're gonna get 3 more. Okay. Okay. So I'm feeling like I need to take these other 3, but because they can't fit on the screen, I'm gonna send them over here and we will see how they tie into the reading. What song was that was playing? We have the 8 of Wands. Oh yeah, I said I'm gonna read the guidebook with all of these. Okay. So the 8 of Wands came out in this one. Great news. Potential journeys and myriad opportunities surround you when the 8 of Wands arrives. That is what it's given with the 4 of Wands and Justice also. Your innate talent shines, and when others appreciate your true worth, take advantage of this frantic, stimulating phase now and further your future ambitions. Your innate talent shines. Okay. Y'all, I want to get so in depth with this reading. I'm going to look up the word innate and myriad, because I don't know the definition of either one of them. Okay, myriad means a countless or extremely great number. So you have a lot of opportunities. And innate, I know the gist of the word innate, but I don't know the actual definition. Inborn or natural. Okay, so you have a lot of natural abilities. Okay, let me see. Great news, potential journeys, and myriad opportunities surround you when the 8 of Wands arrives. Your innate talent shines, and others appreciate your true worth. Take advantage of this frantic, stimulating phase now and further your future ambitions. Frantic and stimulating. Okay, so the last reading I did, the Ten of Swords also came out, and I do feel like y'all should watch that reading. It was pile 2 if you feel called to it, but it was the last one I uploaded where it was, I just named it Pick a Pile General Reading, the one that's 42 minutes, pile 2. I feel like if you feel called to that, then watch it. But the way I interpreted the Ten of Swords was, okay, so the way I always interpret the Ten of Swords is as someone who feels like their magic is out of reach to them. It could be your magic, your abilities, your intuition, whatever you use, but you feel like it's out of reach and you feel like you can't get to it. But then when I did the reading, I noticed, this is the first time that I noticed this person running off. And then now that I'm looking at it more, I'm paying attention more to the cat. It looks like the cat scared this person off. And then even the crow. Yeah, Spirit is telling me to pay attention to all the details. And then even the labradorite crystal was talking about it works best during dawn and dusk. And you see the sky is changing colors. And this, it looks like it's sunset. It's a sunset in this card. The leaves have fallen off the trees. There's a crow right there. Basically what I'm getting is, don't let anybody take your shine from you, or don't let anybody discourage you, because you have a lot of power within, and this is a very potent time for you. And even with the Four of Pentacles, like, your reading is very positive, but these two cards are giving me as if there is like negativity in your energy, where people will try to keep you locked out of your highest potential, and they'll try to plant seeds in your head. They may try to isolate you. Let me read the Four of Wands. Which deck is that? Yep, Four of Wands, a time to reap reward. Four is a number of stability. This card shows a canopy of fruit and flowers supported by four wands, which are firmly rooted in the ground, symbolizing a secure base. A figure stands beneath the canopy, raising a wreath above his head in a gesture of triumph. The same journeying figure appears in the Two and Three of Wands. In the Four, he is pictured taking a welcome break to indulge in some well-earned praising before moving on to the next stage. The garlands symbolize a time of celebration and reward. In the distance stands a castle representing accomplishment and achievement, which is well within reach. Crowds come forth to greet him and welcome him home. The salamander reminds us of the fiery nature of this card. So it is given like this would be something that you accomplish on your own. And maybe somebody will try to take credit for it, or be like, oh, I taught you that. Yeah, just don't let people try to dim your light. You may be somebody who I guess not speak up for yourself that often, or you're probably like getting out of that energy, or you're trying to learn to speak up for yourself more. But I do get the feeling that people try to play with you very often. And this is not a time for you to let that happen, for you to allow that to take you. Basically, don't let yourself get into this energy because people are constantly beating you down or trying to take credit for what you're doing. The Four of Wands offers a prize. There is a sense of well-deserved reward and exhilaration that emanates from this joyful image. In a reading, the message of the fruit laden garlands depicted may indicate a time of celebration and congratulation following a period of hard labor or effort. Traditionally, it is known as the harvest home, the feast following the weeks of work involved in bringing in the crops. As the Suit of Wands is a fiery one, the Four of Wands often describes the joyful moment when a creative venture has passed through the first stage of inspiration and initial painstaking work, suddenly becoming a viable entity. It could be likened to the moment an investment starts to pay out dividends for you. However, the Four appears early in the suit, so although it indicates initial success, it also intimates, what does that word mean? It also, I feel like they meant something different when they put this word. It says intimates. INTIMATES. Let's look that up too. Baby, we getting down to the nitty gritty on this one. We is not leaving nothing to the imagination. I'm like, yeah, that's intimacy. Intimates. And that says a very close friend. Chill. I feel like they meant emanates. I feel like they meant emanates, but okay. It also intimates that there are yet more mountains to climb. Like even that, like people might try to do random things to try to throw you off, and it's like, I know what they meant. You know what you mean, and you know what you're supposed to be doing on your journey. Don't let people like try to throw random monkey wrenches in your plan, because child, what the hell? As many times as I done read this book, I ain't never pause on that word like that. And the Four of Wands comes out a lot in these readings, and not in these ones, but like ones I do for myself. And like child, I ain't never maybe I wasn't paying attention like that or something. Ooh, that's another thing. Don't pay attention that much. Like people, you don't have to pay attention to people who are doing random things just because they want to make you mad. If they want to make you mad, literally just laugh about it. Like, don't even give it enough attention to where they can make you mad. Like, don't even give enough attention to the point where you notice. Because I was just going to read over it and like keep going, but Spirit always has a message, so I was meant to stop and look it up and do all that extra stuff, just so you can get the message of don't let people play with you. Don't let people throw monkey wrenches in your plan. Because who typed this thing out to say intimates when they meant it also emulates? Fuck it, we ain't stuck on that word, y'all. It also, we gonna say intimates. It also intimates that there are yet more mountains to climb. The Four of Wands allows only a brief holiday period of rest and relaxation before continuing with life's journey. The warning note contained in this card is to be wary of basking in the warm glow of success for too long. Okay, so yes, don't let yourself take you off your rocker, because if you get, and I just heard, don't get too cocky. So don't get too cocky like, oh, I did this, I'm this. Like, yeah, have that mindset with yourself, but don't have that mindset as if you don't have to keep working, because the only reason you got to the point that you're going to get to is from working and putting in that work, going hard. You feel me? But yeah. Okay. So I'm getting for that. Let's read the Justice card. But I am getting that this is something like well deserved. It's bringing you balance and it's like, yep, a balanced mind found through logic. Ooh, yep. So be logical about things. Be logical about the decisions you make when it comes to people you allow around and when it comes to your work. Be logical. Justice depicts a figure seated between two pillars representing justice and mercy before a curtain of purple, the color of wisdom. Justice, mercy, and wisdom with the Hierophant below it. It's giving like, okay, so this Hierophant always makes me just feel like you should be meditating a lot. It definitely feels like you should be meditating a lot. But practice being, even with because the Four of Pentacles gives me like keeping something to yourself and just being alone. And I'm not saying that you have to be alone, because the Hermit would have came out if you did. But it's giving me like, be the type of person who, when somebody tries to like take you off your square, like educate them. Yeah, it's giving me like kill them with kindness. She holds a sword representing truth upright to reflect the idea that wisdom cuts through illusion to reveal true meaning. Yep. See? Wisdom cuts through illusion to reveal true meaning. So when somebody is trying to like come at you with some crazy stuff, you give them wisdom, like let them know like, hey, you're projecting. And yeah, I am getting like, have like a sharp tongue, because the King of Swords is right here. I was thinking like Queen of Swords energy, but the King of Swords is what's right here. So you can kind of like tell people about themselves. Just do it in a way that it's not you coming off negative. Like, it's okay to tell people like, I know you're just doing that because you still have some work to do on yourself, and you feel like my light is too bright for you because you're still in the dark. Like, it's okay to be like that with people, because people keep trying to play with you. Like, I really get the feeling that people really try to play with you, and you don't have to let people play with you. Like, you don't have to ignore everybody. Like, one thing about spirituality, people also try to tell you to do things their way. I don't believe in that. Oh, just walk away. Don't give them your energy. You can tell somebody stuff about themselves without giving out negative energy, especially if you're doing it with love. Like, if you're moving with love and somebody is trying to bring hate towards you, it is so okay to be like, I love you, but I need you to go work on yourself. Like, it's okay. It's okay to tell people about themselves. She holds the sword in her right hand, the side of action. Yep, see? Exactly. Take action. When you need to have that sword, when your tongue need to be a sword. Yeah. While in her left hand, the side of creativity, she holds a pair of scales, which represents the ideal of perfect balance. So even then, like, you can balance between being like love and light and still having that sword type energy of don't play with me. She wears a red cloak symbolizing passion and purpose over a green dress, the color of healing and love. Together they represent a balance. Beside the figure of justice perches an owl, the bird of wisdom, known for its clear vision and ability to see in the dark. So yeah, you're gonna be able to see through a lot of things, and you're also going to be able to have a clear vision of what you should be doing next, which also goes into this with meditating. and getting in touch with yourself, because you have a lot of inner wisdom, which that's what the Eight of Wands was saying. You have an innate ability. You might be psychic, and this might be about you just tapping into your psychic powers. Even with this Ten of Swords, you might not believe that you do, or people might have just always tried to make it seem like you was crazy. And you might have been somebody who, as a kid, you had like psychic abilities and you felt like that, but everybody will always tell you that it wasn't real, or like the way I grew up Muslim, and they would always be like, oh, that's spooky. You know, we don't believe in a mystery God. We don't believe in the spook God. They would say things like that. And it's like they never like made me feel like that or anything, but they would say things like that. So you might have heard things to that nature, like when you were younger, and it made you ignore the abilities that you had. But you see, this cat is scaring the people off because they don't know nothing about what you got going on. Justice is the first card in the major arcana to reflect the 4 cardinal virtues, and you have a lot of 4s, like 4 wands, 4 pentacles, and then on the bottom of this deck is the 4 swords. All you need is the 4 cups, but the 4 cups represents you feeling like you lost something or you're not seeing something. So yeah, even just the number 4 might be significant. I don't know, let's look up what 4 represents in numerology. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, we is getting down to the nitty gritty with this reading. 4 in numerology. 4 represents stability, order, consciousness, and determination. Everything is made up of 4 elements. 4 is a feminine number. Okay, yeah, so tapping into your feminine energy also. Numerology number 4. People care more about information than money and wealth. Yep, they save well and invest wisely. You might be a life path number 4. That's not going to resonate for everybody. If you don't know your life path number, you add it up by adding your birthday. So say your birthday is June 7th, 1992. You would add 6 because June 6 plus 7 for June 7th. Plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 2. Then that's going to equal a number, probably a double-digit number. And then you add those 2 numbers. And then you will get your life path. Let me see if that just end up being somehow life path 4, just because. June 7, 1992. We just going to see if Spirit want to add some razzle dazzle. Oh no, that's 7, but okay. Oh, look, 11 and 5 equals 7. But we okay, guys. I'm talking about okay, guys, like y'all here with me doing the nonsense. This is all me. I still ain't even read the daggone thing, guys. Okay. Let's calm down. I'm not tired. I don't know what I am right now. This is how I do my readings. Spirit told me to do this reading, how I do my readings, y'all. So y'all are getting an exclusive right now. If you don't like to do this, what you're doing, suck it up. See, one thing about me is 2 ways I'm not going. That's back and forth. And it's given, don't be going back and forth with these people. Especially with a girl who can eat ass. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. We'll see. Oh my God, guys. Y'all gonna see how unhinged I am. Better now than way later, and then y'all be like, oh shoot, this girl crazy. Why did I subscribe to her? Well, if you don't like me now, you won't like me, so I guess Spirit was like, let it all hang out. And that's also what it's giving. Let it all hang out. Like, be yourself. Don't care about what people will like or like how people are gonna perceive you. Because I'm literally sitting here like eat my fruits and whatever comes to my mind, looking up my stuff, and when I don't know what does that mean, I'm looking it up because I mean, who doesn't want knowledge? Heal. Okay. We're gonna start again. Justice is the first card in the major arcana to reflect the 4 cardinal virtues, the other being prudence, the hermit, temperance, and strength. Justice, with her sword of truth and skills of equity, encourages us to pay attention to our thoughts and to understand the need for logical thinking. Yeah. So I'm definitely getting like a like when it comes to like being spiritual and tapping into your spirituality, you still have to understand that we live in a 3D world. So if you do have some type of like business venture, like, yeah, you trust in the divine and things, but you still have to take action in the 3D and still do things that make sense for you living in a 3D. Like, don't do things that you, I guess, don't want to do. And y'all will kind of understand what I'm talking about if you understand it. But like, no, I'm not gonna try to give an example. Just don't do things that you don't want to do, but make sure you are still handling your 3D business. You know? Like, okay, like some people, they're like, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5, but I know my rent needs to be paid, but I trust the spirit to pay my rent. Like, you can trust in spirit to pay your rent and get like things done for you, but you also have to understand that spirit might be like, nah, I'm not going to pay it because you about to move. So it's like, you have to find a balance between how much are you going to trust in spirit and what are you going to do to take control of your life. Where was I at? Logical thinking. Okay. Justice seeks perfection and equality, symbolized by the sword and the scales, which are also symbols for the masculine and feminine. Justice represents our unique capacity for discrimination and analysis using the power of the mind. Okay, so it's given more because we looked up the 4, and the 4 represented feminine, balancing your feminine energy. So you might be like very stuck in your masculine and very like action oriented when you need to be more flow oriented and just set your intentions and let spirit lead you. When justice appears in a reading, it indicates that the time is ripe for weighing up a situation using logic and reason rather than the emotions or intuition. So the justice card is talking about more so masculine, but your reading is more pointing towards being the feminine, be in the flow. So I'm getting more of be in the flow for y'all. Like, you use your masculine to execute your ideas, but use your feminine to create the ideas and find a balance, guys. That's it. Just find a balance. I don't know where I was going with that. And if I was going somewhere, spirit would have took me there. So, you know. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna be done with the justice card because that's talking about like the manliness. And then let me say this to the cards. Okay, it's the 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the Moon. you should probably move. If you're in an area where it's like you're surrounded by people who don't believe in you, you should probably get into a new environment or like join a club or something. Somewhere where you can feel seen and heard. But I am getting like a move out of state. If you were considering moving out of state, that's definitely confirmation for you to do that. Yeah, because, and this won't resonate for everybody, but as far as like the people who try to like discourage you and things like that, they might start to get to you more than you're able to control it. Because like ignoring people is way easier said than done. So like, yeah, if you're not able to just ignore people and block people out, you should definitely just get away from them. And if it's like you can't get away, like it's family and things like that, you should definitely move. And even like if you have like kids or something, I mean, depending on your situation with your kid's parent, you'll have to figure out how to work that out. Maybe you can just move somewhere that's like an hour or two away, but just somewhere where you are not so bombarded with the people who are not believing in you like that. People who are trying to like, I heard take advantage. So like if people are trying to take advantage of you, definitely get away from them. And then with the moon lining up with these ones, the moon just gives me like a feminine vibe. So that goes back into the like, we're focusing more on intuition than logic. And yeah, because, okay, so another thing, the way I interpret this moon card is this cat is looking at their reflection. Their reflection is a panther. The cat still thinks that they're a cat, but they know deep down that they are a panther. So don't let people keep you in that cat energy. And it is given like, if you stay around the people who are discouraging you or whatever situation it is, then you will stay in that cat energy instead of tapping into your inner panther. Like it's just given like you could get easily distracted. Or it might not even be that you're easily distracted. It could be that these people are working hard to hold you back. Like there's literally 10 swords in this person's back. Like you really only need one to hold them down. And it's like there's literally 10. Like you could do it like 4 or 5 and there's literally 10. So it's like people are working hard and they might be doing like smear campaigns, all type of things. But it's like you definitely need to get away from that. Like take your babies, take your pets. You won't even need to take no bags or nothing. Like literally take your essential needs and get out of there. Because you don't let people take you from this to this real quick. Because you're not able to, and not that you're not able to, but you haven't worked enough to block them out. And you'll know if that resonates for you, because some people are like, nah, I don't care, F them people. But some people are like, bro, but it's a lot of them. You know, it's 10 swords in their back. Some people are like, them swords are nothing. Some people are like, it's 10 actual swords. So, you know, you'll know what's best for yourself. But if you feel like moving, you should definitely move. Get out of these people's way. I don't know if I should. I don't feel like I should read the book for these other ones. I am getting that is pretty much interpreted. I'm gonna pull, like I always do, some crystals. Let me get some crystals for y'all. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull crystals next, and then your shadow work, and then we're gonna end it off. Moonstone. Female fertility, calming emotions, attracting new love and growth. And then listen, the tiger's eye was to help you like stay in your new energy. And then we were talking about how you need to balance out so you don't let people get to you. So if you don't want to move or you're not able to move like right away, like I'm not saying like get up and, well, some people, if y'all know me, child, I be on the first train smoking. Yeah, as soon as I get that little message that be like move, I'll be like, okay. And I be gone. I done moved probably like 8 times in the past, since like 2022. Just all over, keep skipping around. So yeah, that's just me though. Some people ain't like that. People be looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Every time I get to a new city, they be like, what? But yeah, so okay, yeah, calming your emotions. So yeah, if you're not able to just pick up and leave like that, get some moonstone, meditate with it, ground yourself. What other ones do I do? Oh, shadow work. You gotta do your shadow work, y'all. I really want to do some letters. I'm getting the letter K, letter M, J, K, M, and J. If that means anything to anybody. Okay. First part, identifying spirit. Parents. What was your relationship to your parental guardian like in your teen years? This one came out in another one of my readings. Somewhere on here. I think it was the first reading I did. Pile 1, I believe. Putting yourself last. Where are you putting yourself last? Why did you put aside your own needs? See, I'm feeling like with parents and putting yourself last, I do get a feeling that y'all have kids and you are not putting yourself first. And a lot of parents do think like your kids come first, your kids come first. The only person that comes first in your life is you, because you have to be able to take care of yourself. At the end of the day, when your kids turn 18, they're going to be their own people. And if they want to move out of your house, they can. So you have to be a whole person on your own before you start trying to put them first. And that doesn't mean neglect them. That means make the best decisions for yourself so you can make the best decisions for all of y'all. And I have kids also, guys. So I'm not just like giving unsolicited advice when I don't know what it's like, because I do. I have 2 babies. So yeah, I would not be like, oh, put yourself over your kids. And I don't even have kids, because I know what it's like. I know what mom guilt is. I know all of that. So, you know, that is a hard decision to make. And once we get to know each other more, you guys will learn more about my journey. But that's something I had to learn, that I come first. And when I put myself first is when I can be the best mom to my babies. Blame. What do you often blame others for? Self-pressure. When are you the hardest on yourself? I'm getting that I need to look up these other cards. So we're gonna go ahead and look those up. And honestly, I was going to like just look them up and edit it so we could actually like, so it could be like I looked those up before I pulled the shadow work cards, but I'm going to pull them before I pull part 2 of the shadow work cards and still put everything in the order. So I'm gonna keep these 4 cards out. Okay, 10 of Swords, watch your back. I just feel like everything's gonna be some confirmation either way, but still. 10 of Swords is watch your back. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned, did it? The 10 of Swords is one of those cards that clearly demonstrates the saying, some days you get the bear, some days the bear gets you. In the case of the poor witch in this picture, the bear or some other foe has won the day. The battle is over, but take a closer look because she's not beaten. Battered, you bet, may be ready to give up on this particular situation and call it a total loss. But none of this means that she can't learn something from the experience, even if what she learned is who not to turn her back on the next time. She's just going to wait until she is sure the coast is clear, then pull those stupid swords out and limp away with her faithful cat by her side. Sadder but wiser. So this is giving me, sometimes it's giving me like choose your battles, because even how we were talking about like with the Justice card, like you can kind of like put people in their place. Sometimes you just have to let people think that they won. Like sometimes you do just gotta lay there and be like, okay, you got it. And then when they leave, you be like, nah, you didn't got it. I really got it. Okay. And then also, yeah, you don't have to react to every situation, but then it just lets you know who people are and you can silently cut people off. Like, yeah. So definitely if you are the type of person, like I was saying, like with the moving, and if you're not able to just pick up and move, sometimes you do just have to let people win and then just be like, okay, now I know to not deal with you. And you know, if it's like I'm getting like it's like family. So if there's like some type of family and they're like, oh, why you don't come around no more, why you don't be calling, why you don't do this, why you don't do that, you're just like, oh, well, I'm just staying to myself, because some of y'all might not be all the way in the position where you need to be, but you do have to work with what you got, because you're powerful and you still have to step into your power. You know, you can't put your power on hold just because you don't know exactly how to use it. You just got to learn how to maneuver until you get to the point where you can do that. Things to consider. If the 10 of Swords shows up in your reading in the past or present positions, you're probably feeling a bit rough right now. Did someone let you down or deceive you? If so, were you really surprised, or did you know in the heart of hearts that they couldn't be trusted? Use your intuition. But you didn't want to listen to that inner warning voice. Yeah, listen to your intuition. What can you learn from your experience, whatever it was? If some plan went horribly wrong, it may not have been your fault. The only thing you can do is pick yourself up, pull the stupid swords out of your back, and keep on going. If the 10 of Swords shows up in the future position, watch out. There is a serious warning, and maybe if you heed it, you can save yourself a lot of grief somewhere down the line. So yeah, just pay attention to your intuition. Like we were saying, we more so, yeah, this reading is more so about intuition than like logic. Definitely. I knew, yeah. God was like, I told you to read the meaning on every single card, and you thought that you couldn't read the meaning on every single card. How dare you? And now look, more messages coming out, because I thought we got the whole message. That's even another thing. See, I had to listen to my intuition just so y'all can get that message. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Fear of not having enough may be more harmful than the lack itself. It is good to be cautious and careful with what we have, but there is a such thing as holding on too tightly. This goes for emotions as well as for money. Okay, let me see. 4 Wands. Yeah, it's giving don't hold grudges also. Definitely don't hold grudges. That makes you ugly. The poor witch on the 4 of Pentacles is clearly worried about money. The funny thing is, he probably has more than enough for what he needs, but he is so sure he doesn't or won't in the future that all he does is fret about it. That's not much of a way to live. Money is important. You only have to deal with the lack of it to find out that's true. True. Money is important. You only have to deal with the lack of it to find out that's true. Still, if all you do is worry about having enough money, you're probably not going to have much of a life either. So how much money is enough? And is there such thing as too much focus on security? Okay, so with the 4 Wands being right here, and then with the 9 of Swords, it's given like enjoy your victories when you have them. You know, you do have to, like, because the 4 Wands, it was talking about like your much deserved rest, but also being prepared for your next steps. So it's like, be prepared for your next steps, but don't worry about your next steps. Like, don't get so caught up that you're not even enjoying your wins. Justice. No, not Justice. We're doing a Hierophant. Should we do Justice in this deck? Out of this book? Maybe we'll see. Because, yeah, we didn't read that whole Justice card. So we're going to do Justice next. Or we're going to do Justice first. Okay. So I'm reading... the Justice card came out from the Rider-Waite deck, but I'm going to read the Justice card from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Justice, what goes around comes around. Sooner or later, the universe balances itself out, but maybe not the way you expected. A silver-haired witch wearing a black gown sits upright on a chair. From one hand dangles a set of scales. On one side of the scale, there is a black kitten, and on the other, there is a white kitten. Yeah, they are hissing at each other, each with one paw raised, claws out. In the witch's other hand, she holds a large open book of laws. There's a blindfold over her eyes, but it is pulled up a little on the side towards the scale, and she is clearly peeking out. The feeling of the card is serious, but with a hint of amusement. Yep, that karma sure can be a beat. Okay, so with it saying there's a blindfold over her eyes, but it is pulled up a little on the side towards the scale, and she is clearly peeking out. The feeling of this card is serious, but with a hint of amusement. So yeah, I was getting like, again, you know, masculine, like men, they be like serious and stoic and all that, and women are more like, oh, I'm just a girl, you know, like feminine type girly energy. So don't take things too seriously. And sometimes you really do just have to laugh people off. Like people, especially with the feeling of like people trying to like take you off your square and stuff. Sometimes you really do just kind of gotta be like, ah, ha, 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 okay, whatever you say. You know, giggles, giggles. People say that Justice is blind. That just means they've never met her. She sees everything, even when it seems as though she isn't looking. There is no hiding the truth. She sees your actions inside your soul. If things aren't going well, Justice suggests looking at where your responsibility in the situation lies. But if you are worried that someone else won't get what they deserve, don't. Justice watches everyone, and sooner or later, she makes sure the scales bounces out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so look at Spirit trying to yoke me up, talking about you telling them to do it. Yeah. Only, like, check people when you feel like it's absolutely necessary. Sometimes silence is good. I just personally feel like you should not take no shit. But Spirit is saying sometimes you can't kill them with kindness. And you don't have to say everything to everybody. Because people know what they be doing. That's what it's giving. People know what they be doing. You don't got to tell them what they're doing. The idea of karma is simple. You reap what you sow. Life, of course, rarely works out exactly that way, but sooner or later, things tend to come back around. The Justice card stands for legal justice on occasion, but just as often it signifies fairness, truth, and balance. Yeah, so as long as you're not getting lied on, nobody is like actually taking something from you, then yeah, it's given hold your tongue. If you are asking for justice, be sure that it's what you want. The universe doesn't play favorites or take sides. If the Justice card appears in your reading, it may be a reminder to be careful what you are putting out into the world, or it may be an assurance that you are going to triumph over an unfair situation. So basically, as long as you're moving with love and you know you are not wronging anybody, karma will be on your side. You'll receive good things. Okay, now we're gonna do the Hierophant. Ooh, child. The sacred is everywhere. You create your spiritual path every time you take a step. Listen to those who came before you, but make it your own. A witch sits in a cross-legged yoga position on a cushion. Her witchy dress is pulled up to show striped leggings. Her eyes are closed and her hands are raised up to shoulder height with thumbs and fingers touching and palms facing upward. In front of her are two young witches sitting in the same pose. The mood is quiet and thoughtful as she teaches the next generation how to breathe. You think they know how to do so already, but really, which of us is fully present in our own lives? Okay, yeah. So it's given, yeah, you can learn from others, but also it's given that you will be the teacher. And you'll probably be like showing people how to balance themselves. Like a lot of people might start coming to you for advice. And then, oh my God, I love the way these readings just tie into each other. So people might be trying to come to you for advice. Then back to this moon card. You know it's a panther in there, but you're still looking at yourself as a cat. Just realize, like, when people start coming to you for advice, don't be like, oh, I don't know, because you do know. Because that's the reason they're coming to you, because they see that you know. So be prepared to be teaching people and be prepared to be an inspiration to people. This card is based on the word Hierophant. The Hierophant is one who teaches, who leads the way, who shows us how to manifest the spiritual in our own lives. Sometimes the Hierophant is our own inner wisdom, guiding us to the next step along the path. This teacher may represent actual formal learning, classes, or even a university degree, or perhaps more mind-body connections like the yoga being practiced in the picture on the card. It is all about creating a bridge between the mundane, everyday life we all lead and the beliefs that shape our personal truths. Things to consider. The Hierophant card may represent an actual teacher, someone who will teach us to become our best selves, or it may be a reminder to stop and breathe. We all intend to take the time to manifest our spiritual selves, but the hectic pace of life often distracts us from this goal. If the Hierophant appears in your reading, ask yourself if it was a particular person who might have wisdom to share with you, or perhaps it is a suggestion to listen to your own inner voice. Are you walking your talk? Okay, so it's given like how I was saying, people may be coming to you for advice, but you have to be living in your truth. You have to be living the things. Like, you might do certain things sometimes, but you have to really be living like that, especially if people are going to start coming to you. Like, you can't be preaching to somebody the things that you need to know, but you're not even taking that advice, you know? Like, don't give people your sauce and let them be greater than you with your sauce. Like, yeah, that you can let them, like, don't be the type that's like, oh, I want to see you do good but not better than me. Like, that's definitely not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, if you got the sauce, use it. And when somebody come and ask you for something and you start giving them advice, make sure you're taking that advice too. Like, if you saying something and you're like, this actually resonates with me too, take that advice for yourself, because that is just spirit talking through you. Okay, we get into the 5 of Pentacles. Baby, it's cold outside. Y'all know that song, I really can't stay. But baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away. Baby, it's cold outside. Sometimes times are tough. Hang in there. Things will get better. You are not as alone as you feel. See, even with like y'all about the moving and things, you might feel alone when you move, but you always have spirit. You always have spirit, honestly. And once you realize you always have spirit, a lot of things will get so much easier. A witch, her young companion, and her cat struggle through a cold, snowy night. They can see shelter ahead, but will they be welcomed there or will they be left out in the cold? Chances are, if this card has shown up in your reading, you've been having a rough time, probably with money issues, but there could be health problems or other challenges too. Let's face it, you're not in a happy place. You may be feeling desolate and alone and helpless, as if this reality is the only one you will ever know. But take heart, for this too shall pass. Perhaps there is a glimmer of hope in the midst of the darkness, and you are simply too weary to see it. So even with like these two, like, don't pay attention to what you don't have and what you're going through. Just understand that you will get through it. You know, nothing lasts forever, not even storms or hardships. You will get through it. Things to consider. If you feel like the poor witch is in the picture, you've probably been having a difficult time. Right about now, it may be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but rest assured there is one. It can be hard, but try to maintain a positive attitude and have faith. You are not as alone as you may think. This card refers to someone else. Can you shine a little light in their darkness? Don't give up hope, no matter how bleak things may seem. Yeah. So yeah, don't give up. Don't give up, guys. You have inner strength, inner power. God would not send you on this journey if he did not believe in you. So you just need to have a little faith in yourself. Like, start seeing yourself the way God sees you. And if you can't see yourself the way God sees you, ask God to show you yourself the way he sees you. And he will do it. 9 of Swords, woe is me. It's always darkest before the dawn. Who hasn't had a night like this one? The witch is overwhelmed with sadness, and although there is no way for us to tell exactly what she's been obsessing over, whatever it is, has clearly been weighing heavily on her mind and heart. In her head, everything seems hopeless, and yet if she would only stop crying for a moment and look up, she would see that it is dawn of a brand new day. Anything is possible. She is not as alone as she feels. So 2 cards in a row just told you are not as alone as you feel. Things to consider. All of us have times when life seems overwhelming, our hearts are broken, or our spirit is crushed, and it seems like we will always feel this way. If the 9 of Swords is in the past position, you may finally be working your way out of the dark. Woo! If it is in the present, then you want to ask yourself if things are truly as bad as they seem, and maybe they are. Or if you are letting yourself get caught up in a spiral of self-pity and despair that never gets you anywhere. In either case, you should probably pick your head up and look around. There may be a light at the end of the tunnel that you're missing completely because you are so caught up in the drama of the situation. The 9 of Swords falls in the future position. It is a warning. Better pay attention or you'll probably end up crying. Yeah, these 2 cards literally just basically said the same thing. So if you are in that energy, get out of that energy. Like, show gratitude, because you are clearly a powerful person. You are so powerful that Spirit told me to do a card reading with only for 1 pile. Like, I didn't even do a pick a pile. I did 1 pile because Spirit wants you to know this message. So hopefully you stay long enough to watch it. And if you did stay long enough to watch it, you're amazing. Now we're gonna go to the moon. And then, what's the last thing after that? And then we're gonna do the second part of your shadow work cards. And then we're gonna be done because my phone is running out of storage, y'all. I keep having to delete apps in the middle of my reading because I just need to get this reading out for y'all. It's gonna be hell trying to save this thing to upload it, but we gonna get there. Mystery, magic, and the hints of mayhem. Go ahead, howl at the moon, you know you want to. A large full moon fills the night sky, and the silhouette of a witch wearing a black hat and riding on a broom can be seen in front of it. Can be seen crossing in front of it. On the ground below, a black cat gazes into a pool of water at its reflection. A black panther gazes back, its mouth open so you can see its fangs. See, I don't even notice the fangs about the panther, baby. You got fangs. You a panther and you got fangs. A path leads off into the distance away from the pool. The mood is mysterious, half wild and half tame, much like our spirits and the moon itself. And see, this is, bro, the way spirit be fucking working, bro. This row is about balance. Balance your wild side, your like rare side, and your tame and calm side. Like, balance that out. The moon has been the symbol of the goddess, feminine power personified. It also represents change, both predictable and not, and its very shape seems to mutate in the sky above, moving from a tiny sliver into a full round orb and back again until it disappears from sight. The moon card may carry with it a suggestion that there are unseen forces at work, mysterious and impossible to foresee. It can also indicate someone who was torn between their two natures, tame or wild, practical or creative. Can you embrace them both, or must you choose? Only the moon knows, and she's not telling. So yeah, this is giving embrace. Like, you're multidimensional. You can be. Okay, yeah, so this thing keeps stopping my daggone video. We're just gonna hurry up and get shadow work cards and be done with the reading because thank you. Okay, the color of, what color represents your healing and why? Repeats. I am safe and secure as I explore all facets of my being. That even goes back to this. Yeah, be multidimensional. Learning, what lesson has the past taught you? All right, and that is y'all reading. Thank you for joining me tonight. Or, well, it's night right now for me, but it'll be daytime when I upload it. Thank y'all. I'll have my social medias in the description. Also, I do have an ebook. It's called Do Nothing to Survive. It helps you change your mindset so you can get into your natural flow and attract abundance. That is in my Instagram bio. I will put my Instagram in the description. Y'all can check that out. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, leave me a like. If you want to see more like this, then subscribe. I love y'all. Bye.